These steps lead to a platform once filled with people. Today, it sits empty as the cars drive by. On this Highland street corner, it is a remnant of the railroad, a reminder of an era that put our entire region on the map.
Once you get railroading in your blood, it just never disappears. It's always there, working with something that's bigger than the human. And that's what railroading is all about. There's nothing small about railroading.
The great land boom in the San Bernardino Valley and beyond began with the arrival of the railroad. September 1883, the first passenger train pulled into San Bernardino after a legendary showdown known as the Battle of Colton over this crossing that is preserved in concrete to this day.
When Santa Fe connected to San Diego, they had to cross the Southern Pacific tracks in Colton, and Southern Pacific wouldn't let them cross the tracks. They built right up to it. And they hired Morgan Earp to pull an engine on there with a shotgun and not allow them to this to happen. Well, it got to the state of California, and the governor had to come down here and resolve the situation. But there were actually groups of San Bernardino people and groups of Colton people that were going to have a battle where these train tracks crossed.
Not long after, the famed kite-shaped track was born, a figure eight through Southern California. The eastern loop, sometimes called the tail of the kite, circled the valley and came through Redlands and Highland. The 166-mile excursion lured tourists and potential land buyers to the area, with the tagline, "No seen, twice seen." Just as importantly, it was used to ship world-famous citrus grown here. Train cars loaded with ice would transport oranges as far as the East Coast.
Without the train, they had no way to move the citrus, and without the water, they had no way to grow the citrus.
Here at the Santa Fe Depot, trains still run just about every hour. Inside, the rich history of the railroad is on full display at the San Bernardino History and Rail Museum.
Oh, when I was about 15 years old, this was during the big one, WW2, and Santa Fe hired me as a chainman on a Santa Fe field survey party.
When Don Sheets started out as a railman, they were still using steam locomotives. He saw our region evolve from citrus to cities from his perch on a train.
I can relive practically every moment out on that railroad. It's something that I would like to do over again. Because see, I'm approaching milepost 91.
Over the years, of course, most of us have gone from rail to the roads, but that may be shifting. Work is underway to replace old tracks. The train depot in Redlands is undergoing renovations, and the San Bernardino County Transportation Authority is expanding rail service, giving locals another way to get around, with plans in the works to use a first-of-its-kind, zero-emissions train.
There's a rich history here. Rail has been a significant part of not only the economics, but just how we move goods and services, as well as job creation in San Bernardino County. To expand that is a very exciting opportunity for our agency.
A railroad revival more than 135 years after the first train rolled into town.